Hi, everyone. This week I have a tour of the San Fernando Hospital in Panama City. I am so glad that I finally made time to do this because I think when you're just thinking about hospitals, it can be kind of mysterious and there's a lot of unknowns. And now I'm going to be moving forward with getting the family medical care plan that exclusively contracts with the San Fernando Hospital in Panama City. Hope you enjoyed the video and find it informative. The hospital staff were all very professional and friendly and welcoming. I'm sure if you wanted to do a tour, you could contact them to schedule one. So the main entrance is actually to the left, furthest left part of the building. And over toward the middle is the ambulance entrance. I'm at the San Fernando Hospital. We're going to do a brief visit to the ER first, which is important. If you have an emergency, you definitely need to know where the ER is and what that's going to look like. There were too many patients in the ER, so I couldn't get video there. So this is where you would go for MRI imaging. This is radiology, tomography, nuclear medicine. This is where endoscopies would happen. And then over here is cardiovascular department. This is where someone would come for hemodialysis. Seems like it's a very comprehensive hospital, and you can even see nice art on the walls. This is the intensive care unit, and there are 10 beds in that unit. So this is the area where you'd come to get assessed for hospitalization. I am learning a lot about the differences between the private hospital system and the public system. This is the older surgery suite. They have a new one that's getting ready to open. This is the maternity and neonatal area. You can hear a couple of babies crying. This is a private room where someone would come when they're pregnant and ready to have their baby. Looks very comfortable until they go into labor. Look, they have a bar set up for the new dads. This is part of the suite. So you can either have just the private room or you can then have a private suite if you have a large family and everyone wants to be in your business while you're giving birth, which I would not want. This is a typical room, a hospital room. No matter what, if you get admitted, this is what the hospital room can look like. And you even have like a big television. And then the bathroom is around the corner. And then if you opt to have a suite room, this is part of the room. This would be the suite. Great if you have someone who drove you into the city to the hospital and they want to take a nap or sleep. Okay, I'm just pleasantly surprised to see a private bathroom stocked with toilet paper and a towel, and you don't have to bring your own pillow or blanket to the hospital. I realize now I was really roughing it. This is all information on the founders and directors of this hospital, and this was the first private hospital in Panama City. Wow, interesting. Look at that. You can't really see from the glare, but it's always interesting to see what people envisioned from the past and what longevity things have. This is the primary care clinic area where you can come and just get a general consultation or a referral to a specialist or prescription refills. And this is in the San Fernando Hospital. The San Fernando Hospital is a stroke first hospital, meaning if you have one symptom, they will do a stroke evaluation. All right, I'm finally getting information on insurance. And Luis, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us just an overview of what you represent for insurance.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Luis. I'm a manager of MGM Insurance Broker. We deal with every insurance here in Panama, but specifically we're going to talk about the family medical care. It's a really good product that works directly with Clínica San Fernando. San Fernando here in Panama and also has a San Fernando clinic in Coronado, the one that's live near or around the beaches and Valle. And also we have a hospital in Azuero that works also with our policy family medical care. And that's a very good product for the people who are older than 60 years old because it's very economic product. We accept until 3 pre-existing conditions. So if you have diabetes, any hypertension, you can be insured with this product. You have any benefits like specialization consultations with any specialization under it, and you just do a copay with $15 in any private hospital here in Panama. Also, we San Fernando do attentions every Wednesday in San Fernando, Coronado, in dermatologists, orthopedicians, cardiologists. So there is a lot of specialization that go there and do the consultations for you.
Which is very convenient, for someone like me living in El Valle de Anton, and obviously for people who live in Gorgona, San Carlos, Coronado.
Yes.
And then if anything, major were to happen, then they could come to the city and have
Yes, that's
care.
right. Because yes, of course, Coronado, San Fernando, Coronado, they do just stabilization for now. They are looking for, to improve the attention there and trying to extend the hours. Because right now they just work in between 8 to 5 p.m. So if you have an emergency after 5 p.m., it's going to be difficult. So
yes, what would someone do? What would you recommend for someone, like, let's say, they're in a lot of pain, but the San Fernando clinic is closed and they're part of the family medical care plan. What would your advice be?
Well, that's I need to say, because I need to be honest. In this case, we have a lot of customers that had been in that situation. They use San Carlos and they do a stabilization there. And then with our policy, we work with SAM ambulance. So they can take you or drive you to San Carlos, to Panama here in San Fernando, Panama. And they do any intervention that you need or anything. Yeah, that's my recommendation, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. There's some pre-qualifying things for people over a certain age, right? Where they have to get some exams in order to qualify for the insurance plans?
Yes. If you are 15 to older, you need to do an exam like lipid profiles, hemograms, electrocardiograms if you are older than 60. And that's it. If you have like 80, we just need like densitometry, bone densitometry, and also chest X-ray in order to be evaluated in the product.
So some insurer providers don't cover people over 70. Is
Yeah.
that correct? So
Yeah,
is family medical care one of the ones that does have coverage for people over 70?
Yes, that's one of the facilities, and also that one of the advantages of this product, that if you are more than more, one, two, or three pre-existing condition, you can get in the product. And also if you are 70, that usually most of the product do not cover people who has 60, you can be covered in family medical care.
So, in talking about the family medical care plan specifically, what are some things that you would want people to know about the plan?
First of all, to use better the policy, I think one of the best things that the policy has is preventive medicine. Okay, that's really important to do. Use the benefits on lab tests, on diagnostic studies, and also the preventive medicine that you have in order to do, to be uh, like a like a step forward until you get a disease, or a really critical problem. It's better to use the policy in that way, just in preventive.
So, for example, women who need mammograms, is that covered?
Of course, it is covered.
Is there a copay?
No, it's not. It's you can do one a year, and it's going to be completely free.
Okay.
Free of charge. Also for men, the PCA. You can do also that one on the year, and it's going to be free, of course.
And what about colonoscopies?
Yeah, there is a colonoscopy. It's going to be 50% covered.
Okay.
Also lab tests, you can do one a year, and it's going to be covered as well. So that kind of proceed, that kind of in that way, you must use the policy.
Yes.
In order to prevent. Yeah.
I think, I know for me, I've been lacking on doing the preventive because I haven't had insurance, and I just kind of figured, well, if I get sick, I'll do something.
Yeah.
But having recent surgery, it's really opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Of course. If you compare in between, that's a lot of benefits. If you pay monthly a policy and you have an emergency, you will get here in this very good hospital with good facilities, and that's no price on that.
Yeah. And I mean, this policy is really reasonable.
Yes.
I think it's very reasonably priced.
Yes.
For my age. I'm 60. I don't know if you recall off the top of your head what the plan.
I can give you an example quick. For example, for your age, that policy is increased every 10 years. Usually, the policy here in Panama is 4 or 5 years increase for age. In that one is 10 years, and 4 year for your age, for example, 60 to 69. Your premium will be 123 with 30 cents for being exact.
And then also I was reading, so if people do have some pre-existing conditions, they can be covered, but those pre-existing conditions have a time, like you can't be covered for that pre-existing condition for about a year or maybe.
Yeah, there is a waiting period, of course, as every policy, for to be covered in the pre-existing 24 months. Right. And you will be covered 50%.
Which also to me seems very reasonable because, I mean, if I'm comparing that to the United States coverage, you can't get, even if you've had like a hangnail, you can't get insurance coverage, So
that's usually
I think that seems very reasonable.
Of course it is,
So you also mentioned that you have other insurance products.
Yes.
And so people could contact you for any number of health insurance products?
Absolutely, yes. We work with any insurance. The one that for us is the best is Pan American Life. We work with them very closely. But we can offer, of course, Blue Cross and Blue Shield also, or MAPFRE or worldwide. But yeah, any kind of product, we just advise you, do the consultations, and give you the best option in regarding your needs. Okay?
Mm. So would worldwide coverage be good for someone, let's say there's 6 months of the year in Panama and 6 months in Portugal or somewhere in Europe? Would a worldwide plan be appropriate for them?
Yeah, of course. We have good plans on that you can spend like 6 months here and 6 months abroad, and it's going to be covered as well.
Does it cover in the United States?
Yes, of course.
Oh, interesting.
There is a plans products there in, for example, Pan American Life. Actually, is an American company. Okay. So they have products that cover you in any places on the world, also in the United States.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you might want my subscribers to know about the family medical care plan in particular?
Well, that's the family, I think, was built, was designed for older people that sometimes do not find a product that covers the pre-existing, or okay, I'm too older, there is no company to cover me, so family medical care is your product. And if you are expat, that's pretty easy. You just need your passport, and you can insure with your passport, no like your cedula or ID. Here in Panama, some insurance request that, but here with your passport, that's okay.
So for me, being 60, I would need just some preliminary tests to then get qualified for coverage. Right? And I think you said, was that 55 maybe and over?
Yeah, from 60.
Oh, 60, okay.
60, but yes, you can do some tests, lab tests. I can send you the specific
of course.
test. And also, but that usually happens with the insurance.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm going to provide your contact information. You've been really generous with your time today, and it was really nice to meet you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to meet you.
This was convenient. The office for MGM Insurance Brokers was just around the corner from the San Fernando hospital. And it seems like there's a lot of medical offices in the area. All right, I'm taking action. I'm in the office of the insurance company, or not the insurance company, but the broker who has that as one of their products. And I'm gonna fill out the paperwork, and then I'll have to get some physical exams, blood work, EKG, all that stuff. All right, I filled out a bunch of paperwork, and now I have to see how old my lab tests are from when I had surgery. And if they're less than 3 months old, then I can use those for my insurance application. All right, it's raining and I have to walk back to the car, and I'm gonna get over the bridge because it's Friday and traffic on Fridays is crazy. So I'm gonna head over the bridge, and then I'm gonna stop at the Westland Mall and go to the Skechers store, because those are like one of the only pairs of sandals that are comfortable. And I'm gonna see if they have some. There's a big smile behind me. I took the stairs thinking it was only like 2 levels. This is going forever. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.